They say, make America great again. Make my brothers and sisters better again.
Make America great again.
Make America great again. Remove the cloak and take it for what it really is. Make America great again. Metaphor in the mouth of politics. With these facts, I'll recapitulate what these figures are coughing out of their esophagus. Citizen, alien. The debate makes the million minds pop. Choosing sides, the testimony of the convicted does not suffice. Will he be in favor of an unoriginal man with a family plan, or is he not entitled the same worth to receive the citizen stamp? Word around the border is
American dream, American dream.
Eliminate their options so it becomes it was all a dream. Dehumanizing a life that comes for what America sells. Why blame the man for the lie that America tells? What is it that we're pledging for? Send them out? Slap a legal on their wrists? Judge them? Get them off the list?
Say, away their lives they've pissed?
Wash away their seeds in the country built on diversity? Why remove the tongues that come for the safer streets?
Ignoring that police does not automatically equal to what we believe to be safety.
Make America great again.
Make America great again.
Tell me what it is that makes America candid. Political heads debating without the right understanding. Numbers will demonstrate facts about the man who crossed over to America, but never tell the story of how that man made America so much better. I want you to make America great again. Make America great again. Six flags fly in the country that claims God within, strung up by the hair of the next dead gentleman. Been told to return to a foreign home that's historically been rifled through. Historically, there's nothing I can do. It's not justified.
Is it justified? Is it justified to be angry when you know you'll be feared? When you know that you'll be pinned under a magnifying glass angled towards the sun, ready to smell the burning flesh of regret? Is it fair to assume that the wounds left are just as easily definable as 7 easy steps towards acceptance, hope, and a new way to cope? When your only solace is invested in a new outlet for you to avoid the same fate as the others whose lives were snatched at the mercy of a smoking hot gun.
Is it justified? No, this is not some sort of political agenda. More like I'm woke and then some. Does not serve to divide the already numerous groups of the folks who blind themselves when you disagree with them. They'll just hide. Make America great again.
Make America great again.
Like animals screech and scream for the next kill, dead people litter the streets. A kind of cheap thrill. Me? No sleep. Next, I'll anchor the urban newsreel. Because by superficial descriptors, I must abide for the weekly, Monday, midnight, even online negative visions prioritize. I'm not a violation. Living shouldn't be my damnation. I'm not a faint red stain on the pavement, side street famous. The pitter-patter of kicked rocks, sweet like childhood's pop rocks, don't stand a chance, second glance, force host to a cocked Glock. Spit with ferocity, intensity, like the African protected. Why am I not protected? Shooting range, pains, never-ending game change, with a Stockton-field weapon that takes aim. You can imagine why I feel this way, kind of strange, because they aimed at me. I can tell it to come out exactly the same, thrown off just the same. Hearing one more off the streets than who's currently face down on the street. Listening ears never hear, don't believe it's true. Because my body seems better when it's mangled and smeared with blood, tears, running, spilling 20-something years. So whose hands are we going to put this in?
Hashtag December 26, 2015. It's the day after Christmas and all through Garfield Park.
Not a creature was stirring except for the cops.
A brawl underway between a father and son.
When all of a sudden, CPD pulls a gun.
Facts provided to a city not accepting the sum.
Idiosyncratic allegations, recollections conferring.
8 pops of said gun for which seed and womb
unceremoniously would burn. CPD.
Robert Rialmo pulled that gun.
All she did was open the door when Betty Jones was immediately hit with an accidental shot to the chest.
Or was it the neck? Media says this, family says that.
Alleged assault.
Kisses bat to cheek.
Unnecessary assassination of those in need of help.
See, officers afraid in the line of duty, no assumed responsibility for.
For rampant nigger baby.
Allowing to.
The lens is seen.
Referring to.
Nighttime shades.
Told to.
Justify hate.
Alluding to.
The shots that shock and burn that.
It's said or justly earned.
Facts spill like warmly beaten blood.
And coat the hallway.
From aftermath of the tragedy to
7 stages of grief. Antonio Legrier left to cope with shock and disbelief.
Denial disintegrating with a depleting heartbeat.
Tears do not translate to a public unwilling to hear.
TV transmissions tuned in by deaf ears.
Is it justified?
Is it justified to be angry when you know you'll be feared?
When you know that the media holds you under a magnifying glass angled towards the sun, ready to smell the burning flesh of regret?
Is it fair to assume that the wounds left are as easily definable as 7 easy steps towards acceptance, hope, and a new way to cope?
When your only solace is invested in a new outlet for youth to avoid the same fate as your 19-year-old son, whose life was snatched at the mercy of a smoking hot gun, is it justified?
You know, I didn't really know Quintonio LeGrier that much. It is definitely a name that I would often hear. We went to the same high school, Gwendolyn Brooks. Crazy how a college prep wouldn't prep us for the world below its winding steps.
And yet, what are the odds that just a few weeks before this heart-wrenching night, I met Antonio LeGrier. Tony, for those who know him personally. We had worked in the same building for almost half a year, and it wasn't until the company Christmas party that our 6 degrees of separation were brought to a boil. 5 people's lives changed. Quintonio LeGrier, Antonio LeGrier, Betty Jones, Letitia Jones, Robert Rialmo. 4 calls to the police, the first 3 of which were completely ignored by police dispatchers when Quintonio called for police help. The last of which was from Antonio, which was only taken seriously because of the mention that his son was wielding a baseball bat.
3 lawsuits, Tony versus Chicago, Betty's family versus Chicago, Robert Rialmo versus Tony. Rialmo says he's emotionally damaged or something.
2 people dead.
1 city in disbelief. Hashtag stolen lives.
Auburn Gresham. Never heard of it? How about Englewood? Oh, my neighborhood is right next to it. Followed by a, oh, as I realized the implications of the fact that I was living in a predominantly black neighborhood. The replacement of church bells in their minds with gunshots firing every hour on the hour. A church of crime and mayhem, right? Wrong. Tried a little more loose square, and a whole lot of hour-long conversations on the bus with a gentleman whose name I never knew about plans for a barbecue with the family on Sunday afternoon. How about that one night, a class system debate broke out on the bus. The African Americans in business attire versus the working class in their fast food restaurant uniforms. How about the beautiful Rosa Parks moment that almost brought tears to my eyes when the debate was settled by an old man's speech which ended in a, "We're all on this bus together, none better than the other." Do a Google search for Auburn Gresham, and halfway through, the word automatically linked is crime, which isn't entirely true. Though I'll admit that I experienced a whole lot of sexual harassment during my 2 years there, I never felt that I was a victim of any sort of crime besides those pervy stares, and yet people conveniently forget that the yearly Southside Irish Day Parade was founded in this neighborhood. Ironic? Not quite yet. So I moved into a different neighborhood, in October 2 years ago, started a new job in a restaurant down the street from my new Pilsen home, and just a few weeks in, as we were clocking out at 2 a.m., after telling my coworker that I was walking home, she said, "Aren't you afraid that a morenito will come snatch you away?" Wow. No, bitch. I am not afraid that a black guy will come snatch me away, because for the past 5 years, my heart has been stolen and held for ransom by yet another black guy that you force into your small-minded, prejudice-driven, antiquated stereotypes. You ready for the irony? How about the fact that after my ex and I broke up, the scam artist on Craigslist who promised me a room in Ukrainian village happened to be as white Irish as they come. Now there's a true crusader for crime mold breaking. And yet, isn't Chicago founded on cigar-smoking Al Capones, tax evasion, police corruption, all in favor, no disruption? Continue with your crime, good sir, as long as it's organized. $100, $100, $100. Can I get $200, $200, $200, $200? Thank you. How about I throw in a white queen-size mattress he and I bought together on President's Day? $300, $300, $300, $300, $300, $300, $300. Can I get $350, $350, $350, $350, $400? We're going on $400, $400. Do I hear $400? $450, $450. Wonderful. That's the cost of a Craigslist scam, and we'll throw in multiple lawsuits and months of hoop jumping to get you a nice sack of justice. How about $500, $500, $500, $1,000? Fantastic. Can I get $1,500, $1,500, $1,500? Anyone. Going once, going twice. $2,000. Wow. Worth of 38 seconds, Eric Garner was held in an illegal chokehold. But what does legality matter in an auction after all? Can I get $2,500, $2,500? How about the 83 years Trayvon Martin still had left to live? That's gotta be worth something. $5,000. Now we're talking. $5,000. Thank you, good sir. $5,000 going once, $5,000 going twice, $5,000 going twice, $10,000. Now we're getting somewhere. Hashtag what's the value of a heart? Hashtag what's the value of a heart? Hashtag what is the fucking value of a heart? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. My heart is being held ransom by a morenito criminal. Can I get $20,000, $20,000, $20,000? How about $25,000, $25,000? Thank you. Hashtag what's the value of a life? Do I hear $50,000, $50,000, $50,000? Anyone. Hashtag I can't breathe. Hashtag I can't breathe. Hashtag I can't breathe. Step right up, ladies and gentlemen. We're at $60,000. That's a 6 with 4 zeros, otherwise known as a year's tuition at our lovely SAIC. Hashtag what's the value? Hashtag what's the value? Hashtag Trayvon Martin. Hashtag Eric Gardner. Hashtag all the individuals who never fucking got a hashtag. Hashtag going once. Hashtag going twice. Hashtag shots fired. Hashtag gone and sold for $112,000 to the New York police officer's yearly salary. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for playing the game. Hashtag Eric Garner.
Hashtag Michael Brown.
Hashtag Tamir Rice.
Hashtag Sandra Bland.
Hashtag Alton Sterling.
Hashtag Amadou Diallo.
Hashtag John Crawford.
Hashtag Kamani Gray.
Hashtag Alicia Thomas.
Hashtag Yvette Smith.
Hashtag Melissa Williams.
Hashtag Philando
Hashtag
Castillo.
Aaron Campbell.
Hashtag Victor
Alonzo
Sheen.
Ashley.
Hashtag Wendell
Jersey
Allen.
Green.
Hashtag Stephen
Rakia
Watts.
Boyd.
Hashtag Sandra
Denise
Bland.
Anderson.
Hashtag I only matter once it became a
Hashtag John
hashtag.
Crawford.
Hashtag Michael
Kamani
Brown.
Gray.
Hashtag
fuck a
Sandra
hashtag.
Bland. Hashtag
Eric
Amadou
Gardner.
Diallo.
Hashtag
Hashtag
Can't
Kamani
Breathe.
Gray.
Hashtag
Hashtag Yvette Smith.
Hashtag Alton
Hashtag
Sterling.
Melissa
Hashtag
Williams.
Wendell Allen.
Hashtag Philando
Jersey
Castillo.
Green.
Hashtag I only
Can't
matter once
Breathe.
it became a
Hashtag
hashtag.
Hashtag
Hashtag I can't breathe.
Hashtag Sandra
Hashtag I
Bland.
can't breathe.
Rakia
Hashtag I
Boyd.
can't breathe.
Hashtag Sandra Bland.
Hashtag I can't breathe.
Hashtag
Hashtag I
fuck a
can't
hashtag.
breathe.
Hashtag
Hashtag
Alicia
I only
Thomas.
matter once I
Hashtag
become a
Yvette
hashtag.
Smith.
Hashtag
Amadou
Jersey
Diallo.
Green.
Hashtag John
Hashtag Amadou
Crawford.
Diallo.
Hashtag I only matter
Hashtag
once I become a hashtag. Hashtag I can't breathe.
Hashtag I only matter once
Hashtag I can't breathe.
I become.
Hashtag I only matter once I become a hashtag.
I'll make America great again.
I'll make America great again.
When the boiling of my blood distorts my dead skin, and the hot summer heat shrouded in sin. Because I've been giving as a sort of self-help, while we reinforce your protection and allow the freedom for you to have a predilection, a concealed, stocked, and filled weapon, freedom to be free from oppression, with hopes that one day we'll receive reciprocation. Doesn't sound too great now, does it? No, this is not a political agenda, more like I was woken then some till I got counted in the yearly sum.
Relegated to cries of, that was my baby, my son. Hard to really cry because I wasn't the only one.
I was just a nigga. But we aren't the only ones with guns. The freedom that we had killed me on my back. Predilection. Police protection. Except if you're black. It costs nothing. Just give no fucks when you're given the chance. Just kill the next could have been, actually would have been, or any brown or black man.
America is only what it is because of brown and black men. Ivory skin gives worth to these barren lands.
America just strips the culture from what the masses secretly wish they could be a part of, but no ticket to enter the seat. Because we're the real American dream, America's dream. Not just when they want to use Dr. King's dream to throw back in our faces how it was stolen with silent screams. They repackaged them and punished us for not doing the right thing. America, darling, tell me why you're so great. And show your work from the past 238 years.